Well, thanks. Paolo, how about you? How's your communication and engagement strategy changed or evolved over the course of the year?
Yeah, so West Hollywood, as I said, is a pretty small city, but yet we're urban. Lots of things that we do kind of get on local news media outlets very quickly, and probably throughout the US pretty quickly. Our community, while being small, has always been super engaged. And our community has always fought for social justice issues as well as other types of topics that our community finds important. With that said, I think, as the other panelists said, coronavirus really kind of put a stop on a lot of our work plans that we had in place to further engage the community on different types of levels. But with that kind of change came a lot of opportunity for us. So as soon as the coronavirus hit, one day we're in the office and kind of the next day we're all working from home. And 9 months later, we're still all working from home, trying to still figure this out. But what we did, our communications department enlisted and basically created a branding kit for coronavirus activity. So as soon as March hit, everything became about coronavirus. Nothing was about all of our events. It was just coronavirus, mask up, stay safe. We're all in this together. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and there's hope. And we've gone through this before during the AIDS epidemic. West Hollywood was the center of that. And we've gone through that same type of communication strategy, and we know, and our community has been through that. So, they understand that there's a lot of a hope message associated with that. Additionally, we took our social media and basically did a big pivot on it. Every day, we post these kind of almost vignettes, which are basically a summary of what's happening for the day. So we have our WeHo TV news staff basically create these minute-long clips that get posted on our Instagram news feeds. We do daily updates on all of our Facebook and Twitter, and we keep consistently being engaged with all of our constituents. With that also, we noticed that there was a need for public input and especially dissemination of information related to coronavirus, specifically in our business community, where a lot of the information wasn't getting trickled down to a lot of the smaller businesses within the community. And so something that we did was we created a webinar series. A COVID-19 webinar series was a weekly webinar series where we had a topic depending on what it could be. It could be expanding your dining outdoors to having someone from the LA County Department of Public Health speak on the coronavirus and the current statistics on that, and how to keep your workforce and employees safe. And we've seen great engagement on that from especially our small business and our even local business community, ranging anywhere from about 150 to 200 people on average attending our webinars. Our city council meetings, just like Ashley said, have all gone virtual. We had high engagement prior to that of in-person. I mean, our council chambers will be filled to the brim of people depending on what type of item was being talked about. But now we're seeing double and triple and even quadruple times of engagement on our YouTube channels. We also stream our city council meetings on like Roku TV and Apple TV and all those fun digital channels, so anyone can have access to it. So we've kind of basically pivoted our whole digital engagement strategy. But with that, we also understand that, while 40% of our residents are under the age of 40, that there are still residents who are, aging in place. And we needed to provide something to them. And we knew that, they probably weren't looking at the city's website to find out the latest information on coronavirus. And, they weren't keeping up to date on our newsletters. So we sent a citywide mailer out to all of our residents. And in that mailer has a letter from our mayor and city manager, and also all of our contact information for our social services programming. West Hollywood has been one of the cities kind of since this pandemic that has really invested in social services. And, we really wanted the community to know that times might be hard, but there is help. And so there's a little booklet that came out, and our residents seem to have liked all those materials so far.
Oh, that's great. I love the creative way that you're doing the webinar series. What a great way to connect with your residents. The other thing that's kind of resonating with me with on your comments is, and this probably applies to all of you, probably applies to every community, is just when you have a strategic plan and then COVID hits, then everything it's all brand new, right? It's all brand new territory. And so as you think about the importance of understanding what the current needs are of your residents, which are maybe totally different than last year, to then make decisions based upon those current needs. It requires you to have that connection. And it's been impressive too. All of you have talked about that your engagement for your kind of formal community meetings has actually increased through technology and those kinds of things. And so that's really kind of reassuring. The one thing that our research has demonstrated is that people have a higher level of appreciation for the role that local governments play in kind of helping them just survive on a day-to-day basis. And I think through all of the kind of creative things that you're all doing, you're showing how it can be done. So thanks.